This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Caroline, you should tell them about the newest thing that Bloody Happy Hour is doing.
A Patreon.
It's a Patreon. What is that?
That means you're basically like a VIP member, and there's 2 different levels that you can, subscribe to, and you get some perks. You maybe get like merch a little earlier. You get
exclusive merch.
You could get first dibs on signing up for a live show. You get episodes with no commercials.
You get our video because our video is no longer available on YouTube. It is only on Patreon. And the most important to me is you get videos of our live shows. So if you are far away and you couldn't make our last live show, it will be on the website. We're going to record this future live show. It's going to be on Patreon, but also bonus episodes each month. You guys tell us all the time you want more episodes. This is a way for you to get more episodes. So you're going to get our basic Tuesday, Thursdays that we always put out, right? But if you're on a Patreon, you're VIP, you're going to get more.
I can't wait to talk about in detail some more stories because I always have a lot of details I want to go to. I can law-splain. I might read a book.
They just unsubscribed. This is also going to be the exclusive place that Dirty Chat is going to go to. So if that is breaking some of your hearts, just go ahead and subscribe now. In order to hear the full content, it's going to be Patreon. Where do they go again?
Patreon.com/BloodyHappyHour.
Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
And it's Quickie Tuesday day, and I'm bringing the news today. But Caroline, I know you got some updates.
Well, I just have an update on the Travis Rudolph trial. Travis Rudolph. There's a witness.
Randolph. What is it?
Rudolph.
It's Rudolph.
Well, there was a witness his name is Tyler Robinson, and this guy's Travis Rudolph. So, T's and R's. It's confusing. Anyways, he was found not guilty on all the counts. Thank you.
Yes.
Finally got some justice. There's been a couple other cases here recently that have not gotten us justice. I didn't really talk about those because I didn't really watch those. But, this was great.
Good.
This is great. So he's out and he's been doing interviews. He's just relieved. He was like, new ankle, who this? Because he's got his ankle monitor off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think he's going to be able to
He wants to start. He wants to play again.
Go back and.
Yeah.
It was just rudely interrupted in the middle of his career.
I think that the ex-girlfriend should be tried, or maybe some of the guys. I mean, because she is the one who sent them over. She deleted text messages, so she tampered with evidence. Mm-hmm. And that stupid lead detective on the case, she needs to get demoted or something. She was horrible. Horrible.
So the question is, I wonder, because it's so public is why it's probably good in his now, because people have been able to see what actually went on and they get to publicly see that he is not guilty. So I just wonder if he's going to get another chance. Or is it going to be too much publicity? But it's not even negative. It's like Art Briles right now gets hired and then immediately has to quit because of all the negative publicity that's associated with him. So what do you think?
Well, taking it back to the case, so this happened in Florida, and they have the stand your ground self-defense laws, and this is the same place where just what happened in the news, that lady who, I don't know, the AJ, A black lady was in the neighborhood with her kids. The kid left the iPad. The mom went back. The neighbor, or she went and knocked on the door of the neighbor. It was a white lady, and she shot her through the door. Mm-hmm. So then they couldn't decide if they wanted to charge the shooter because of the stand your ground self-defense laws they have in Florida. But I'm like, in this case, in the Travis Rudolph case, they
charged him and put him to jail and did everything.
And those self-defense came in his favor.
Yeah.
But this is not he was being threatened.
Yeah.
This lady was
just.
Since when do you shoot people through the door?
Yeah. Yeah. So has she been arrested?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's been arrested.
Okay, good.
I don't know if she's schizophrenic or what. I don't know. Oh, well, apparently they had like altercations in the past. I just, you know what? I just don't like people, so it's fine. So, yeah, it should be.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And I don't think there was any. Joran Vandersloot's officially in the U.S. Saw that.
Oh, I might be updating everybody on that on Thursday.
Ooh, okay. Mouth watering. All right, well, let's go to Birmingham for our first story. Before you do that, if you have not registered for our live show, go do it because it's basically tomorrow.
It's pretty much tomorrow.
Yeah, it's basically tomorrow. If you haven't seen the Dirty Chad shirts, like what they'll look like, go to our Instagram or the Facebook because we posted pictures. So you'll be able to order those.
You order those.
Put in an order for those at the live show.
Pretty good looking shirts.
They're pretty nice.
Must say.
Shout out to our listener who made them. Let's go to Birmingham. We have a 31-year-old woman named Jamiria Ivory Fowler. She went missing after she was on Facebook and agreed to purchase something off Facebook Marketplace. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know, like the garage sale sites that they have. So she left on the afternoon of May 31st, so just the other day, and nobody heard from her. Like she left about 2 p.m. on May 31st. Mm-hmm. The next day, June 1st, a 911 call came in Roebuck, Alabama. That's close, but not the same. She was in Birmingham. And a man woke up to flames behind his backyard. So it's his backyard, but he can see like beyond the backyard. And there's like a dead end area over there where he described it.
Was it Canada in the backyard?
It's not Canada.
Okay, just checking.
He saw flames, so he called 911, and he went out there with a flashlight, and he discovered a body burning.
Oh.
Yes. It was the body of Jamiria. Firefighters came out. They put the fire out and saw that Jamiria had visible signs of trauma and that she had been shot before she had been set on fire.
Oh.
She was declared dead at the scene, obviously. Her car was nowhere near the scene. Her car was later found like further into the city, like nowhere near her body. And that's been taken in for evidence or whatever. She was a mother of 2 kids. This has now been ruled a homicide because, you know, you read this and it sounds so evident, but then something stupid comes up, like they'll say, oh, there's no foul play, you know, on these very obvious murders. So this has been ruled a homicide, but there's no suspects that have been at least publicly named. And they have not confirmed or denied that the killing had anything to do with the Facebook Marketplace exchange. So they don't know if she went to go meet this person and buy something, and if that person took her somewhere and killed her, or was that totally unrelated. So they have not said this person is a suspect, but they also have not said that this person is not a suspect.
Yeah.
So, people, it's okay to buy stuff from people on Facebook, but you need to exchange in a very public area. police departments. Have somebody with you. Like you have to be safe with it. And this isn't victim blaming because she might have done that, and this may have nothing to do with that.
But
that's just a reminder.
A bit of a PSA. Yeah. I mean, you think it's obvious, but there's, some people are like, oh, it's fine.
Some people are like, oh, this is such a good deal. I'm going now at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, hell no.
And now a word from our sponsors.
I'm your puzzle pal, and I'm going to tell you about my latest obsession, Wongo puzzles. These things are the real deal, folks. They're high quality, handcrafted, and perfect for anyone who loves a good challenge, but doesn't want to dedicate their entire kitchen table to puzzles for a week. Trust me, I've been there. I might still be there. But I got one of these actually for Christmas. I loved it. I did it, and I was so proud of myself. And they have all these cool designs, and you need to go to wongopuzzles.com and use our discount, BHH. You get 10% off, and I really want to know if you'll order one of these puzzles, what you think about it, because it's so fun, and I need to order like 5.
Cure hydration. If you are obsessed with your hydration like I am, this may be something good for you. This is something that is so easy. Forget about the Gatorade. That just dehydrates you even more. And if you don't like the taste of coconut water, try Cure Hydration. You can go to my offer link. It is zen.ai/BHH20. This is vegan. It's no added sugars. It's just a little packet you could put in your water. Or if you're really smart during happy hour, you could put it into your Tito's. It is just as effective as an IV drip. And if you do not like the taste of water, it's not as boring as water, not as sugary as the sports drink. And if you're an athlete, it'll give you the best performance. Or if you just get brain fog or headaches because you do not stay hydrated.
Brain fog?
Brain fog. The solution is Cure Hydration. So go to that link, enter the code. You can go to my offer link. It is zen.ai/BHH20. Cure Hydration. I'll at least send somebody like the address of where I'm going, or I'm on the phone with somebody or something. Like Soupy's always like, nobody wants to kidnap you, right? Like, you don't nobody want you.
Soupy.
He was
surely they do want to kidnap me. They might return me, but at least they want to try to kidnap me.
No, he says, don't nobody want you.
Well, the good news is that it takes me forever to even put an item up on the marketplace. So by the time I'm ready to do it, I get distracted, and then it never happens, and then I never will sell anything. That's my brain.
And two, if you were selling, then you probably don't want to have people come to your house. Mom? Mom does it all the time. She's just like, oh, it's on my front porch. Come and get it.
That is what I would do. That's exactly what I would do.
Windows wide open, doors unlocked.
Come in, have some lemonade.
Yeah, she will.
You
want a martini? So if you have any information about this, because she has 2 kids and a ton of family, you can call 205-254-1764, or you can make an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers at 205-254-7777.
Say her name again.
Her name is Jamiria Ivory Fowler, 31-year-old mother of 2, just gone. I wonder what she was going to buy.
Oh, look her up. I don't know if it would tell.
Yeah.
Where was she? Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama. Okay. I'm going to go to this next story. Well, first, let me skip over this because I want this one to be the last one.
Okay.
What about the alleged serial killer in Portland, Oregon?
Oh, gosh. You know what? Just don't go to Portland. Don't go to Seattle. Just stay away from that whole entire area. I don't know if it's on fire. Everybody hates everybody up there. It's just a lot of...
It's on fire right now, too? No, Ain't that where Mike and Suzanne are right now? Oh, yeah. They're going to burn up?
Maybe they're hunting. Maybe they're hunting the killer.
we should send them on a chase.
Well, there is, 6 people who have come up missing or dead within 3 months? Is that right?
So 6 women have been murdered in Portland, Oregon. All have been between the ages of 22 to 40. Most of them have been like younger 20s that I saw. All of them were either American Indian or Alaskan Indian. Bodies have been found in abandoned houses, in culverts, in wooded areas. But details of these crimes, like the gritty details that we want to see if like there's a pattern.
Yeah.
They're not releasing everything. Some of them are ongoing investigations, but the Portland Police Department has said, quit panicking. You're going to start, just mass panic. We do not think that these deaths are related, and they do not think it's a serial killer. So they've done the same thing that Austin has done. And
who related them then? Because
well, it's us, web sleuths, and just different news people that are like, oh, look at all these women that kind of look alike that are all Indian. You could potentially have a serial killer.
Yeah.
So it's really, sleuths like us that just make it kind of like with Austin too.
I'm kind of hoping for a good serial killer. Well, we got the Kohberger, but that's not a good one. I'm
kind of even aggravated at that because he's already so famous and we don't even know what's happened yet. Like we're giving him too much fame where he's not even going to need to talk.
I know.
Like there's no reason for Ramsland to even make a book about him because there's going to be a new, documentary about the comparisons of him and Ted Bundy, and Ted Bundy's defense attorney is supposed to be part of it. I think it's coming on Fox News or something.
I just don't if there's a gag order, where are you getting any information that is like valuable? You're just making shit up.
No, you can't gag order every single person that knows things about Kohberger, right?
Well,
so we could do a gag order in McLennan County, but if I used to live in Corpus Christi, my Corpus Christi friends can talk to anybody and say what they want, right?
But whenever they say, people who knew him are coming forward and talking, giving interviews, I just am like, I don't believe anybody. You can say anything you want about somebody.
You can, but you can say that about any case. And the gag order, I thought, was more specific to that case and the situation and kind of to that area.
Like the attorneys can't say anything. The parents' attorneys can't say anything.
But everybody else can.
But there's nobody that knows anything because everything that gets released is like redacted. Because there was a hearing. I think there's one tomorrow because now he is requesting no cameras in the courtroom.
What?
Yes.
He's playing. He wants them.
I know. I'm like, if that's then why are you requesting no cameras?
Because people are saying he likes the publicity, so he has to act like he don't like the publicity.
Oh,
but I don't know. What I think is coming out is about all this stuff about their past that, according to Nancy Grace, you really won't be able to bring up in the courtroom anyways because it's so unrelated unless it's related to like the pattern or the MO of this current killing. So all this stuff that is coming out about what could have happened 5 years ago or in high school or whatever, that's not going to help or hurt his case. It's just really fueling us people.
Yes.
That's why I think this can come out and people are talking because it's unrelated to the actual Idaho murders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just about Kohberger. Okay.
Like not relevant. Yeah.
Yeah. So... Did you hear about the Missouri ER doctor that was missing for a while?
I think so.
We kind of talked about it.
We kind of thought he might have been the crypto.
He was also
the crypto. Yeah.
The crypto founder of the cryptocurrency stuff. So his name is John Forsythe. 49 years old. He went missing on May 21st. Well... security cameras show him at a public pool in Cassville is where he lives, Cassville, Missouri. And he gets out of his car and then gets into another car. They haven't released that I've saw the description of this car, the owner of this car, or anything. When he got out of his car, he left his car unlocked. His wallet was in there. His 2 phones were in there. A laptop and other valuables were inside the car. So I would think he wasn't going to be going anywhere. He was just going to get out, talk to this person in this car, and then get back in. We don't know who's driving the vehicle. Now, the search began later that evening, or people got concerned when he did not show up to his emergency room shift. He was a doctor at Mercy Hospital, not to be mistaken with the one on Grey's Anatomy.
I was supposed to say Mercy West. Mercy West.
And that was just unlike him because he never missed a shift. He was never late. Like, he was just very accountable person.
He was a what? An ER?
ER doctor.
But he was an investor for crypto? Is that what you
said? Him and his brother co-founded a cryptocurrency. And I don't even know really what that is.
Yeah.
But on May 30th, his body was found by a kayaker on Beaver Lake. Miles and miles. It was like 35 miles away from his last known location at that public pool parking lot.
Oh, wow.
His body had an apparent gunshot wound, and they have since done an autopsy and completed the autopsy. I don't know what I just said. Autopsy. But results have not been released. They will not be released until the end of the investigation.
Okay.
What would be the point of holding that, I wonder? Maybe we can answer this in a minute.
Oh!
Because we're going to go to Conspiracy Corner.
Ooh, my favorite corner.
So, people in like townsfolk, rumors, web sleuths, whatever, are like thinking suicide, okay? And then people who really didn't know, it wasn't widely known that he was a cryptocurrency person, like a billionaire. He was a billionaire. Wasn't widely known. So they were like, he committed suicide. He has been divorced 2 times to the same person. We just talked about that on another episode, is marrying the person, divorcing them, and then remarrying them. Yes.
Don't ever do it. He
had 8 kids.
What?
Uh-huh. And they're not in Utah.
Man.
And
no, man.
They said that he had money problems because he lived in a trailer because he did not have enough money.
He's an ER doctor?
And he's an ER doctor. Yeah.
Okay.
This is townfolk rumor talking. Okay.
Rumor mill, yeah. Well, they probably do know. That's where you get the...
And then recently on May 10th, he was ordered to pay a total of $19,000 a month in child support and alimony and everything.
27 kids.
Yeah.
How much? 15,000?
15. He already was paying like 15,000. Like maybe it's like alimony, and now he was paying an additional 4,000 in child support. So total, he is giving up $19,000 of his income each month to his ex-wife and the kids.
So I mean.
So people are like,
make a lot of money,
obviously, because they just don't pull that number out of anywhere, right?
It's based on a percentage
and your income.
Yeah.
So people were like, he lived in a trailer. He didn't have money to do that. Like this put him over the edge.
On cocaine.
And then he, the Friday before he went missing, he transferred all the cryptocurrency money over to his brother, who was his partner. Like they co-founded it together.
Oh.
So it seemed like he was like maybe getting rid of things and cleaning up things and like going to kill himself, right?
Got insurance plan.
His brother did an interview on one of the news stations, and he cleared up a lot of these rumors.
Okay.
And in this interview, he said that it is their understanding and their belief that his brother was abducted, taken to Beaver Lake, and executed and thrown in the water. Police have not confirmed nor denied this, but the family believes and will not even accept any suicide, that this could be suicide, right? They think it's so much more. Now, he also said that there was an SUV that was also seen on camera in the area that stopped at an ATM, and that John could have gotten in the car with this SUV, or this SUV could have come to the site where he was. Like maybe he was with this person in the SUV. He also said that he did not live in a trailer. He lived in a very deluxe RV camper that was worth $270,000 only when he was on call at Mercy West Hospital. Not Mercy West, Mercy Hospital, across from Grace Sloan. So when he was on call, he took his job very seriously. He took his camper up there. He would sleep in his camper, but he wanted to be close to the hospital for when he got called in.
That's a good idea. That's pretty smart.
Great
idea.
Yeah. Yes. But do you see how people take shit and twist it?
Yes.
That is not even close to a trailer. He also said that the divorces and both attorneys, his attorney and the wife's attorney, said that the divorces were amicable and that they still had a great co-parenting relationship. He had a great relationship with the kids, even though they were with their mom most of the time. And he had things to look forward to because he had texted his girlfriend earlier that day and said, "I'll see you in a little bit." And he had recently proposed to his girlfriend, who was also a nurse, who was pregnant, just a week before. So family's like, why would he commit suicide? Like he had it all. Now, the dad did come forward and said, yes, all that is true. Yes, he has a girlfriend, but we've never actually met her.
Oh.
We found out that that he told us that he proposed to her, but we've never actually met her, and allegedly she is pregnant. Okay? Dad also came out and said that in February of 2022, he was kidnapped before and threatened and zip-tied and taken to a bridge and threatened whatever. But John never reported it because of the threats that were made. So
are we going back to that gang that you talked about that one episode?
The Florida kids?
What's the gang?
Shit, I don't know.
It was a guy that was kidnapped.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's so many stories.
I know.
And so they never told anybody about that kidnapping. So people are like, the brother seems sketchy.
Oh.
Because he's the first one on the interview in the news, like showing his face and he's talking. He has handlebar mustaches. Handlebar mustache.
I always thought that Kaylee Gonsalves's sister was suspicious because she was like real anxious to be in front of the camera and talking all the time. So then
we said that about Kylie Rodney. Remember her best friend?
Yes.
We didn't say that about like Vanessa Guillen's sister though. Like I think she just had to be a spokeswoman for her family that didn't know good English. So she was like the only one that knew good English. But I don't know. It just, people were kind of picking on him, but the brother has been ruled out. And then they were saying, well, you know, his brother now does have control of everything now since all the crypto was moved over to his name. Could that be the reasoning behind all of this? Okay. But Conspiracy Corner, if you remember, you talked about it a little over a month or so ago. The CASHAPP founder was found dead.
Yes.
And now the crypto founder is found dead. But according to some news reports, and the most important one is TikTok.
TikTok. I knew it was going to be your TikTok source.
There has been over 7 crypto billionaires that have been found dead within the last year and then within weeks of each other.
Oh, my.
And allegedly, the U.S. is about to come out with their own Federal Reserve banking system. Instead of CASHAPP, it's going to be called FedNow in an effort to move away from money to go to total like online and
That's
online
the last
and digital
thing
currency.
I'm going to use is anything called FedNow.
I know.
And now a word from our sponsors.
All right, if you love smoothies or if you love your protein in the morning, you need to get you a Blend Jet. You can do that if you go into blendjet.com. If you enter the code BHH12, you get a discount. And let me tell you, these things are portable. They are easy to use. They can fit in your cup holder. You can have it at home or you can have it in your office like I do. Right this morning, I had my blueberry banana one
How was
with
it?
some chia seed.
Wasn't chunky or anything?
It was very smooth. When I have it in my shaker, it is a little chunky. So this is a great alternative.
I love it.
It is battery powered, so all you have to do is plug it in every 2 weeks, and the battery never runs down.
Oh my gosh. I love battery powered things.
Go to BlendJets and order you a BlendJet and get a discount.
Thanks, April, for sharing.
Did you know you could be putting oil and chemicals in your coffee? I love coffee creamer, but I don't think I've ever turned the bottle around to actually see what's inside. When I did, I found out many of my favorite creamers contain ingredients I would never intentionally add to my coffee cup, like canola oil, dipotassium phosphate, ew, and artificial flavors. Laird Superfood all started when big wave surfer Laird Hamilton needed morning fuel that could allow him to spend the entire day chasing the ultimate wave. He couldn't find anything in the market that met his ingredient standards, so made himself the ultimate plant-based creamer. Laird Superfood started and launched its first product, Original Superfood Creamer, in 2015. Laird Superfoods contain no artificial flavors, colors, or additives, and no sugars from highly refined corn syrup. All Laird products are sustainably sourced and thoroughly tested to ensure that you're incorporating the cleanest, finest fuel into your routine. All Laird products are also made of all-natural whole food ingredients, and they are crafted from the highest quality all-natural real food ingredients. Are you ready to feel more energized, focused, and supported? Go to lairdsuperfood.com and add nourishing plant-based foods to fuel you from sunrise to sunset. Use our promo code BOO at checkout to save 15% off your purchase today.
Okay, so let's see what this is.
Mysteriously went missing over a week ago has been found. John Forsythe was last heard from May 21st. Well, his body was discovered at a lake in Arkansas with no apparent signs of foul play. That's according to investigators. But his family, they're not buying it. In addition to being an ER physician, Forsythe was also a co-founder of a crypto company. His sudden death now joining the ranks of other crypto kings, look at this, who met untimely deaths. Since November, 7 moguls from around the world have all died under mysterious circumstances. Joseph Scott Morgan is a forensic analyst and distinguished.
I love Joe Scott. So there is a big, that's all the TikTok, but Joseph Scott Morgan was in on this. And so it's not just TikTok sleuths. These are legit people.
No,
this is
News
from
Nation.
Fox.
That's
News Nation.
Yeah.
That are also allegedly seeing a weird little pattern with these CASHAPP and cryptocurrency people just going dead. So does that go back to our government conspiracy? Do they have their trained, hired killers killing people who are their competitors? Oh, well, we'll see.
I do believe that could be close to it. I think you're onto
Allegedly.
something. Allegedly, I'm all about a conspiracy. And I believe them all. Can we talk about the UFOs?
Tell me.
Well, apparently there's been evidence that there's wreckage from there was a UFO that had wrecked, and the government has known about it for however long, and it is a non-human made vessel. And they have like bodies of pilots from these vessels.
Okay.
Because there's a whistleblower that came out talking about it, but, they aren't going to really, they're probably going to kill the whistleblower.
He's going to end up dead.
He blew the whistle, and now he's going to end up in the lake with this crypto guy. And with the CASHAPP guy.
Wow. So what do you think about UFOs, though? Because I'm about to...
Okay, if we're just a little tiny speckle out here, you watch the videos, universe, there's like this Milky Way, and we're just one tiny, teeny, tiny little part of it all.
Yes.
Of it all. How many other little teeny, tiny parts of it are there out there that we don't know about?
Oh, agreed.
So I for sure think there's other... E.T. Clearly.
He's clearly a true story. No, okay, I'm trying to find this article.
But you know what?
So in April, an article came out on NBCnews.com. We talked about this. Okay. 6 cattle, and one of the listeners sent it to us too. 6 cattle died mysteriously in Texas with their tongues removed. The hide around one side of their mouth was gone, but there was no blood spilled anywhere. So how do you cut off? You know how big a cow's tongue is and long a cow's tongue is? And it's not even cut off. It's like removed, but there's no blood anywhere. Okay. The cause of death is unknown. This is Madison County Sheriff. Okay. The cattle were found along Texas State Highway in 3 counties, Madison, Brazos, and Robertson, with each animal part of a different herd in a different pasture. So these are 3 different herds and 3 different pastures, but they all had the same death looking, like they all had their tongues removed, no blood spilled. 5 were adults and 1 was a yearling. But it wasn't immediately clear when they died, and the sex of the animals wasn't disclosed. In 2 cases, the animals' genitalia and anuses had been removed with a circular cut that the sheriff's office said had been made with the same precision as the cuts noted around the jaw lines of each cow. So, jaw lines, perfectly incisions around like their jaw and their mouth, tongue perfectly removed, and then their anuses and their genitalia all perfectly rounded and cut and removed, and there's no
almost
blood.
like a cookie cutter kind of a
yes
hole puncher, just like a perfect round, like nothing jagged, and then where's the blood? Even if you killed them somewhere else and you brought them and laid them there in 3 different herds, they would still be blood the
or somewhere.
Sucked out their blood, then took out their tongues and their butts.
The grass was even undisturbed, like no signs of a struggle, no footprints, no tire tracks,
but
no
why do the
anything.
aliens want their tongues?
So how do you get to these cows if there's no tire tracks, if there's no footprints, and how do you perfectly cut them and then leave them so clean? So it had to be something coming from above.
Sounds like Marshall.
It sounds. So I read this and I was like, what? Those are aliens. And there's American Horror Story that was kind of similar, where it's like when American Horror Story came out with American Horror Stories.
Oh.
And they have like little bitty, like 45-minute like episodes. There was like a first season. And so one of them was about this, and it was cows in a pasture, but they were sliced perfectly in half. No blood, no anything. It looked like a diagram.
Why didn't they have blood?
I don't know.
In the episode.
I don't know. Did they need the blood for the...
Did they suck it out?
I don't know. You couldn't see it. It just showed the flying saucer coming in and coming out.
They are practicing.
They're finding out about us.
And starting with the cows.
Or have they?
They're getting closer. They probably started, they're getting closer. And now they're on balloons too.
But this isn't the first time, because in 2019, Oregon found 5 dead bulls with the same MO.
I mean, because no animal is going to do that.
No.
And why would a human want a cow's butthole?
Their own cows.
Their own cows.
Yeah,
butthole.
like cows are money.
Yeah.
When you're a rancher, that is like your livelihood. You think John Dutton from Yellowstone's going to just go and kill his cows?
They're all like barbed wired in fence, so it's not like, there would have to be. There's literally no other explanation.
No,
I can't think of one.
No.
Can you think of one?
No, please. If you guys have a better explanation,
I actually do want to know. Are there any comments on the article?
I don't know. I don't know where the comments are.
I don't either. I just, even without being in conspiracy corner, I really don't think there's another.
People are like carry-on bugs. I don't know what that is. Spaceships and cult killings are the only way around it. But cults, you can't be that. You would still got to walk or drive or do something.
Kill themselves. Like they do it themselves.
Yeah, they love animals.
The cults aren't murdering the people in the cult. They're trying to get more people in the cult. And what do they care about cows? It's spaceships.
Woo, this episode got a little weird. Maybe that's what gin and tonic does for me. What are you drinking on?
Oh, I got some whiskey. Maybe I need some gin and tonic.
It's my first official day off for the summer, so I had to have me some gin.
Yeah, you did, girl. Gin and juice.
All right, I am done. We hope you enjoyed the new news for the week, and we will see y'all next week with some happy hour and some news. And if you see any great articles, send them our way so that we can report on them.
Yeah, we did have a listener message me on Instagram talking about the Oregon stuff, or is it Oregon or Seattle? The serial killer allegedly. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So yes, and we do respond to those. So
yeah, send it. Okay, live show, and go and rate us and review us and subscribe to us, because it's going to be time to read some of those reviews. So get yours in so we can read yours. And I think that is it, Caroline.
That is it. Beautiful. Love it.
Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF.
Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.
Everybody has a story worth telling. I'm Corey Duncan. On Best Story Ever, I take guests that you know through their most unique and captivating stories. The best part? I hear the story for the first time when you do. Everyone has a story. What's yours? Find Best Story Ever on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Hola, yo soy Jackie.
Y yo soy Jessica.
Y esto es Zona del Crimen. Un podcast donde hablaremos sobre casos de crímenes reales
y eventos impactantes que han quedado marcados a través del tiempo. Recuerden que nos pueden seguir en Facebook, Instagram
o donde escuches tus podcasts favoritos.
Hey, I'm Blair.
And I'm Brittany. And we're the host of
By the Cover Podcast.
We cover everything from mysteries, thrillers, romance, chick lit, and even some smut.
Don't forget the smut.
Yeah.
We're so excited to get this thing going and share this with you guys. We've been talking about this for months, and it's finally happening.
Yes.
Special shout out to Rogue Media for helping us with this.
For sure. You can find us on Instagram at bythecover_podcast.
You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok, so don't forget to give us a follow on those two also.
And we are so excited to dive into some of our favorite books and share those with you.
We can't wait. Hope you love it.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
And you didn't say hi.
I didn't. You just kept going. I'm going to introduce the book. I'm not reading it. It's because I don't like reading.
Girls like cowboy butts, and those jeans don't hide anything.
Find us on Instagram at Bustles and Bangers or on RogueMediaNetwork.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.